Hello? There we go.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Same old shit. Different day. Going back home to Pennsylvania tomorrow, so that'll be fun.
Nice.
Also taking a small break from League of Legends. By small break, I mean just not being allowed to play. Otherwise, I would. But we have to fight off the addiction
Wanna
somehow.
watch 100 Thieves Academy and EG while we talk?
Ooh, they're playing right now? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down.
They just started.
Let me pull it up.
Buzio is so fun to watch, bro.
Did I know? Also, Tenacity's been absolutely smurfing.
Yeah, I don't know why they have him back down there. Even greater question of why is he down there? What does it hurt a team to sign him? Is he just saying no? Like, what's going on?
I need to retitle the stream real quick. LCS Academy Watch Party.
Okay. Because I don't get why teams are so scared.
I couldn't tell you. I mean, unless like people just don't want to pull the trigger. Okay. Let me pull up your Discord thing. You have to be always present. Let me throw that up there. Just so I can see chat at all times. Here, actually, I believe I have a link to a casterless feed of which we can talk over. Is today day 2 of Academy?
Yeah.
It is. Nice. Okay. Let me make this big screen. Buff up the quality to 1080p. And I'll pull on. Okay. If you want to check the stream just to make sure everything looks good, so that I'm not
One sec, I gotta.
Chad, let me know how the
guy.
volume is, by the way, for me and Paul, as well as
Now, what'd you tell me to do? Sorry.
I just want to see how the volume is on the stream.
Oh.
Just make sure that we're not overpowering.
Yeah, I can hear it.
All right, perfect.
No Sledgehead. This is not the first co-stream we did one last week.
We did one last week. I forgot to make it public the next day.
Yeah.
Oh, hold up. Somebody's calling for my food. Hello?
Oh.
All right, there we go. Sorry, Emily's food was coming up.
You're good.
Okay, so first thing I wanted to get your gut reaction on while we're watching this. Team Liquid has renamed their LCS and Academy team name to Team Liquid Honda. They sold their naming rights. In the same way that TSM is TSM, FTX is a whole org. TSM, or Team Liquid's League of Legends teams, will specifically be Team Liquid Honda. What's your thoughts?
That's actually pretty interesting. I mean, that's good. For this economy, I think you gotta do that. I would say definitely, with the way the economy's about to go. I was actually reading something that interested me on the TSM subreddit. People talked about it and said how we are about to see our first true fight for esports and really lol esports in a big recession.
Oh yeah,
And what that's going to do to player salaries. And I kind of want to talk about the view. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
See, This is why I'm happy I saved this conversation before I made a video on it. Was I I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I don't like giving away naming rights. But I get like long-term scale of things. Like we're still going to call them Team Liquid. Like we are not going to notice it. It just I don't know. I don't like the idea of giving away my name. That is something that I personally hold like near and dear. Like you would never see the Golden State Warriors give away, you know, it wouldn't be the Golden State Warriors FTX or whatever you want to call them. Like I don't know. It's different. They get this kill, right? No, Kaori does not. Okay. I was about to say, he better not get that kill. But I don't know. I've always wanted to protect my naming rights. That's always been my philosophy on it. I wasn't a fan when TSM changed it. I wasn't a fan whenever like the old CSGO teams used to do like, was it G2A? Like Virtus Pro, etc. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of it. But at the same time, I get everybody's bleeding cash, and we're about to go into a recession, so
Yep.
it makes sense. Like, you're guaranteeing that you're going to have money there.
Yeah, I think it's something that kind of has to happen in esports. I think it sucks that they're TL Honda. I don't really love Team Liquid Honda and TSM FTX. I think it really hurts their brands. But I don't know what else they do, because we're about to enter a tough time to pay salaries and all that.
I think you cut salary. I mean, I look at it this way. What revenue streams are they going to lose during the economy other than, like, you know, sponsorship dollars going down?
Yeah, actually
like
true.
Like, they're not making all that much money anyways. Like, the recession ultimately is going to give them an excuse to finally cut their expenses a little bit. And finally downsize to what you should be given the relative size of the industry right now. 100 Thieves is going the smart way, in my opinion, of just making a whole goddamn video game.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. I gotta get tissues real quick. My nose is
You're good.
running. Alright, I'm back. Bro, we should have stuck with Senna in our rec league game. That's on me for
Senna,
wanting to swap. That's on me for wanting to swap off. Hey, Gabriel. But I don't know. Like, what do you think's gonna happen though? In all honesty.
So okay. Are you saying for TL or for the future?
For any team, you can focus on TL if you want.
So I'd say for every team, right? You're thinking, well, wait, SETI. I'm behind. I need to watch the live stream, I guess, because I'm watching your stream, and that's behind. For the future league, I would say it shouldn't destroy it too bad, because realistically, right, everything, I don't think entertainment goes down too much, and in a recession, like, people still like to be entertained. The issue is player salaries are so overextended, they're gonna have to figure that out anyways. And when you combine player salaries over already being way too high with a recession, whoa.
Hold up. No way they turned this around. Oh my god.
Wait, do they win this? Wow. Wow. That was insane.
Oh, Senna's so busted. I love it.
And Tom Kench, I mean...
Kaori's like the best ADC in the league, too.
Yeah, he is.
Nice.
He's really good.
Champion. Anyway, continue what you were saying. Sorry, that was too much of a pop-off.
No, it was. But I was saying, all I was saying was that, like, you have to, ooh. Wow. But that was crazy. They're kind of making it hard to talk
I
because I'm
know.
like watching the plays. But wow. They when you combine recession with already too high of contracts, I think it really makes things absolutely awful for a sport. Like the NBA is going through the same problem right now.
The NBA's
You know
been
what I
going
mean?
through the same problem for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Like, that's the weird thing for me. It's like the
Players own
sports.
that league, which isn't good.
Yeah. Players will be able to demand ultimately whatever they want.
Wow. That was pretty two good return kills for EG though.
It was.
But yeah, it's just something that mentally you don't love. Like we don't need I would like the players to get paid, right? It's good for the players. But at some point they have to be realistic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't keep getting paycheck after paycheck. That's insane for a game that isn't really producing that kind of ad revenue. Because at the end of the day, that's how sports make a lot of money.
Yep.
Is their TV deals and ad rev, and they don't have a TV deal.
Nope.
So,
And
I
there's
mean,
no...
I thought LCS was supposed to, but then they randomly decided not to do it.
I mean, I guess it's kind of good to a certain extent that they didn't, because I think it
I don't know
would've
though. Wasn't it with a Disney company?
that I don't know.
Well,
that-
I guess I'm not trying to put you on the spot like that. I was
Yeah,
more saying
so-
I thought it was with a Disney company that did MLB for Disney.
I'm trying to think about what I can say and what I can't say, because I directly work. Okay, here's what I can say. I directly work for the company that was called Bamtech Media, which was like the MLB started thing that was supposed to deliver, like, obviously, like, leveled up streaming experiences. Disney then bought them out to become Disney Stream or Disney Plus. Like, that is now like the
Okay.
streaming service of the user. That I can publicly say because that's public information. In regards to Riot or anything else like that, I don't think I'd be able to comment even if I did know information.
Yeah.
For very obvious reasons. So, like, in that regards, I will just stick to as we don't have a media rights deal.
Yeah. And that's my thing. Like, when you do that, you kind of got to wonder what is the plan then? Like,
I think
what is.
I don't know about you, but I get the perception of they're trying to make this profitable without the media rights deal.
Mm-hmm.
And then worry about that for later, because they don't want to cut off a source of revenue for themselves by signing exclusive to one platform or another.
Yeah.
Or I don't mean I mean, did I say revenue or viewership?
Oh,
I meant,
shoot.
I meant viewership.
Jimmy is just eating them, bro.
Yeah.
This is insane. Oh, hello, Gabriel. David Disney Shynock. That is funny.
Yeah, I know.
That
oh
is funny.
my god.
Yeah, we could have kept Senna. But
We should have kept Senna. I'm so pissed. Bro, 100 Thieves is eating them alive.
yeah, they are. What do you think about TSM starring Mia?
I think you're
I know
bottom-
it's shifting
I think,
off of our.
No, I mean, you're fine. I think it's bottom 6 either way.
Mhm.
Like, I don't
Some
see...
kinda-
I mean, as long as they stick with me, if they start swapping back and forth, then I'm out.
I'm kind of excited for Mia in some ways. What I am. Whoa, that flash was
Yeah,
fussy.
we ain't gotta talk about it.
But Maple has me excited. Have you seen him in Champions Queue?
I've heard he's doing well. I honestly have not watched any Champions Queue streams whatsoever. And actually, Alex brings up a good point. We should do a power ranking after we get done with this discussion.
True. Well, I was gonna talk about TSM, and then I was gonna talk about C9 bottom lane. Who is it gonna be? I haven't seen any like official rumors
I don't
or
think
anything.
we're gonna know until tomorrow. Like, we're gonna find out like in a few hours before.
Because I'm excited to see Fudge back in top again. I think that really helps our
Same.
top lane. Well,
I-
I guess we lost Summit, but still, I think top some
I think top
Fudge
is leveled
really
up
good.
though, because we got rid of the dead weight and replaced it with players that we're expecting to be able to hold their own a little bit better. Not saying that
Who's
we
the dead
will.
weight?
Kumo out.
Oh, okay.
Who was Dignitas's fake god out.
Mhm.
Who
Oh,
else?
Sven has his green card. Yeah, I wasn't
Yeah,
worried about Sven or Fudge. I was more just worried about what's going on with Berserker. I just want to
Berserker's
know
not going to
who's
be there
playing.
till halfway through the season. Sven will likely go to support, and then they'll bring in like Isles or whoever they have on their academy team. If I had to
Oh, okay.
guess, that's what that's what they
I
do.
don't think
Unless
Sven plays this week. Oh. Philip is replacing Kubo.
yeah, so
Philip?
Philip is in. He was like their academy player, which great, he's getting a chance.
Okay.
Dignitas is now starting Gamsu.
Okay.
Who else am I forgetting? There was one other big name. Why am I forgetting? Philip, Gamsu,
Oh,
Dokla.
Tenacity.
No, Dokla, CLG.
Oh, Dokla. Oh, we're talking just tops here, right?
Yeah, just top them.
I'm an idiot. Not Tenacity, though. It's
Tenacity
Kempi.
should be.
But, no, Dokla, though, is so bad. Ugh.
I know.
Ugh. Ugh. I mean, not just, like, bad. I more mean, like, if you're gonna get a top laner, how is that the best you can find? I refuse to believe that you couldn't find anybody else who wants a job in LCS.
I think if you're
I
CLG,
refuse to
you should have
believe
bought out Tenacity and Kenvi. Don't let Kenvi go to Immortals. Buy out both of them.
Who's their jungler? CLG's.
It was contracts. I don't know if it's still contracts or if he got replaced.
Yeah.
Either way, it wasn't great. I'll tell you that much. Okay, it still is contracts. Yeah.
I just refuse to watch Dokla. Ugh.
I see. I have a soft spot soft spot in my heart because of Optic. So
Yeah, but even you with your soft spot still think he stinks.
I'll mince my words and say that he's a B tier top laner in the LCS.
Dear.
That's not.
Yeah, and we're a top major region. Yeah.
That's with me not putting anybody below B tier, but
Yeah.
that's having an S tier, an A tier, and a B tier. That's it.
If you think he's B tier, your eyesight is about as good as
I'm not talking internet. I'm talking specifically LCS. Dokla's better than Kumo. Dokla is better than Fake God.
He's not better than Kumo.
I'm not willing to say he's better than.
They're both clear F. I guess he could be better than Kumo, because Kumo's terrible as well.
You're being a little harsh.
How's it harsh? How's it harsh? Kumo was solo losing games, and so does Dokla.
We haven't seen Dokla on the LCS stage. It's gonna be a different Dokla. It's gonna be completely different Dokla. The big Doge is back.
Yeah. Kumo's a C, and our economy's doing great. You're all right.
Okay, so let's do this then. Let's. Cloud9, there's really not much to say.
That was a good one. You see what Nick put?
Yes, he's nuts. I hate it. I hate it here so much. There's no way Jimmy gets out of this, right?
No.
Okay. I've seen him do weirder things before, so I'm just hedging my bets a little bit. Sledge, we're not going to talk about it, okay? So let's do our tier list for LCS. Start from the bottom up. Who you got as your 10th place team?
Ooh. Is there a cheat sheet with rosters? Because
cool.
I sadly cannot remember every single one off the top of my head. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
I am not that superhuman.
Let me pull up LCS.
Kumo can smite Baron with a 7k gold lead. Okay.
That's fair. That is very
Okay.
fair. And actually, it was
Okay.
10k. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay.
Alex is trying to get himself speed kicked off the team, isn't he?
I mean,
He's going for a record, that's for sure.
I literally can't, like, I can't fight that. You know what I mean? Nick made a good point though. He said going bottom up is a waste of trash because the bottom five, but
Look,
or
you,
is a waste of time.
you
Bottom five are
save the
always
dessert
hot
for
trash.
last, okay? Everybody knows that. Come on.
He ain't wrong though. The bottom.
He's not wrong, but I just want to get it out of the way and get it done.
Oh,
with.
this
That way we
fight
can get...
is so oddly long. What is going on?
What do you mean? There's Senna and Silas healing.
Okay, they're finally winning. Well, yeah, and Swain. Like, just it was too much healing. You know what I mean? From everyone. It felt like it would never end.
That's a clean 4-for-1, might I add.
Yep.
100 Thieves started off rough, but ever since they got their full roster in and it's just been playing insanely well, it's like, oh my god. They're just back to crushing Academy again. It doesn't matter who they get either. Like, Bucio's phenomenal. BMFX, I don't even know who this guy is yet.
They're just...
But he's playing well. Jimmy's been playing well pretty much since he was on 100 Thieves Next, I think, last split. And he was tearing it up then. Will was obviously, I think, who was he with? CLG or Dig? I can't remember. With their Academy team.
Oh.
And then Tenacity's
Are you allowed?
LCS.
Are you allowed to do LCS as well?
No, I'm not. And I wouldn't do LCS. So you know my stance on co-streaming that.
Oh, yeah.
Academy, I'm willing
Good
to co-stream because it's not about the viewership at all.
Yeah.
It's about
like, giving players a name.
Yeah, giving players recognition, narratives, etc.,
Yeah.
and just trying to help grow it in any way that you can. I think you have a lot more flexibility with Academy to just kind of let people do what they want, since it's not about the end, like the top end product.
All right.
You ready to do this tier list?
Now give me 5 seconds. I'm gonna run through all the rosters I think aren't worth talking about.
Okay, well, why don't we do this then? Why don't you just give me your 10th place team, and then we'll skip to the top 5.
Okay. Well, I'm struggling right now to pick. Because Dig, FlyQuest, CLG, Golden Guardians all have rosters that are kind of bad. TSM's roster was terrible last year, but who knows what they... Well, one thing, I don't know. Okay, first off, last place, Golden Guardians.
Really?
That's my least liked roster, just off of my, first glance. When I look at rosters, I actually don't mind FlyQuest's bottom 4. It's just Kumo that scares me. Golden Guardians worst roster.
Well, Kumo's been replaced, I believe, with Philip.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Philip. Who's Philip?
Don't know. Couldn't tell you. Oh my god. EG is winning this fight.
Is he good?
I don't know.
Yeah, he's their top laner. We'll see. Okay, well... Their top academy.
Wait a minute. Oh my god, this is a 1v4 angle. Oh no, he fucked up the chain.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Okay, wait. Who's winning what? Well, you're ahead of me.
There's no way Silas wins this, right?
Yes. Why wouldn't he?
Undying Rage. Oh my god. Jimmy! Jimmy!
Wow.
Ah! Get him!
Bro, I swear he always has flash up. He's insane. He's insane.
Jimmy? Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy is just really good. But all right. Yeah, so Golden Guardians is last because they didn't make any changes. Uh, none of these players really inspire hope in me. I think a Blaze Olive is good. Pride Stalker isn't really anything. Licorice is kind of at the end of his career, and Stixay and Ole are not that good.
Yeah, I think this is Licorice's last split in the LCS. Being completely honest.
And then I'm looking up. I'm trying to find standings of last season.
CLG was last or second to last. No, Immortals was last. It was Immortals, then TSM, then CLG. Then...
I already got it up.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, Golden Guardians went 9-9, so they played better than I thought, or not better than I thought, but they played well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But same roster. Yeah, I could see them though taking a step down. They replaced Lost with Stixay.
Yeah, because Lost went to Immortals.
Yeah, but I just mean like that seems like a.
Yeah,
I don't know how you downgrade from Lost.
I don't agree with that
No
move
offense.
whatsoever. I really don't.
Yeah, no offense to him. I just don't know how you downgrade from him. But either way, that's solely where I'll put them.
I'm with you there. I think it's either going to be CLG or Golden Guardians.
Yeah, I was gonna say next is CLG, not just because of Dokla, but it's between. For me though, it's also between though. I want to make this clear that CLG and Immortals are pretty close for me to last.
Yeah.
Because I think, and this is one thing that puts them above Golden Guardians for me, is that the top sides of the map are all uninspiring. Kenvi is probably the best player if I look between these three teams. And out of the three bottom lanes, Luger and Puma are the best. Lost and Ignar are better than, well, yeah, they're a little better than Johnson.
Yeah,
or
Ignar
they're
is
better than Stixay and Ole. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's just how it goes. And then you get, so now we get into the next tier of teams I'd look at, and that is FlyQuest, Dig, and TSM.
Of which I don't think it matters where they finish. It just that's just going to be your clump.
I think I think your two teams out of playoffs are going to be probably between CLG,
two
Dig,
teams,
and
it's 8 teams in
or
playoffs.
CLG, yeah, CLG, Golden Guardians, and Immortals. So two teams have to go out, and I think between those three teams, you're going to find one of them.
I weirdly enough like Immortals rebuild.
Yeah.
Revenge is decent. Kenvi has the potential to pop up.
I don't. Yeah. I'm letting you finish though.
He fills his spot at the end of it. Like he's better than Dokla in your eyes. So you have a serviceable top laner. You have mid jungle who can be decent as long as PoE hasn't fallen off too hard, which he hasn't, all things considered. They'll be fine.
Dokla is like what? 1998 Honda Civic, and Revenge is a 2004 Taurus.
100 Thieves just smashed this fight in this alleyway, right? Like, there's no way that...
Good. That is, like, the nicest way to say what they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, yeah, 100 Thieves stomps this. That is the nicest way to say it. So, now, obviously I'm a homer. So I'm gonna give the good case for TSM, right?
Of course.
Like, that's what a homer does. You can stop me if I'm wrong, but this is what homers are here to do, no?
That's what you're here to do.
I'm not dissing cars that bad. I thought my car comparisons were really good. I didn't pick, like, cars that are, like, not worthy of that title. Like they're serviceable, they're always there, everyone uses them, but they're definitely not what you would have, what you prefer right now, right? They're what you buy when you're on a budget.
Yep.
And right now, they're both clearly on a budget, or they both just couldn't find a top laner.
Let's rephrase this. They're gonna permanently be on the budget.
True.
Like
This is, yeah.
I don't see a world where they get out of it anytime soon.
And instead of doing what's smart on a budget, which is paying rookies, they've chosen to pay old veterans.
Well, here's my question to you then, because this relates into the C9 news. With Trisha, the CEO of FlyQuest, leaving. Let me pop this back to the podcast because I believe that's the end of Academy for tonight. That's a 2-0 from 100 Thieves, which means that things are over. My question to you would be, doesn't that suggest that FlyQuest is in trouble? If you're willing to leave your CEO role at an LCS org to become CMO somewhere else, which technically is a step down, although with size it's, relatively considered. I think she's getting paid more there probably. She had to have seen the writing on the wall and been like, yeah, I've done all I can do at FlyQuest. I'm not going to get any better here. I got to leave. Which to me spells disaster if you're a FlyQuest fan, because you don't, you look at their roster and it's like, yeah, they built this team to, I don't know, fucking bring in streaming numbers from the Spanish community. I don't know what you did. They don't have a budget. They clearly don't have a budget. And it doesn't seem like they're going to get one anytime soon. So they're just permanently going to be this org that sits 5th to 8th, potentially 10th if it's a really bad split. And on a really good split, if they pick up the right pieces and they somehow mesh, then they might make Worlds as a 3 seed.
Yeah. What blows my mind is they made 2 finals in a row.
Yeah.
Just a couple of years ago.
With PoE, Ignar, who was their ADC? I don't even remember.
Turtle.
Oh, wow, Turtle. Yeah. Wow, the LCS was... I guess they were good at that time, so I don't want to discount them all that much. But at the end of the day, when you look at that roster, that seems weak. Relatively weak compared to everybody else. But then again, every roster at that time was not great. Oh, it definitely showed at Worlds.
Yeah.
We didn't have a single team out. FlyQuest.
Broken Blade Spica basically dragged Doublelift and Biofrost's Dead Corpse to a title, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
And Bjerg was a very good facilitator at the time, but Bjerg was not playing Insane League of Legends. So.
No.
And I gotta use the bathroom real quick, so can you fill whatever you got to?
I guess it's just and I think it's to those in the chat that have not seen Players yet, the Paramount Plus series, go watch it. It's incredible through 4 episodes, in my opinion. But one of the conversations that was brought up in that on the latest episode was, franchising and whether you take this big NBA money or whether you stick it out and do it yourself. And it's I'm torn because it's if you take the big money, you have bigger opportunities, sure. But if you don't take the money and things don't work out, you fizzle out at the bottom. It's a risk either way. And given the current culture of the LCS and the players and everything else, I don't have faith in any of these players or management to do anything unique to bring yourself up.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what you do. Have you seen the show, by the way, Paul? Have you watched it yet? You need to. It's really good. If you need my Paramount Plus login, I'll give it to you.
Yeah. Now this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a case. So I think 100 Thieves, C9, TLEG, right?
Yeah, that's the guaranteed top 4.
C9 is... I don't know where to put them.
Assuming they get their full roster in time, halfway through the split, and can prep for playoffs, they are a lock top 4.
Yeah.
Assuming otherwise is just dumb, and we all know it.
Yeah. That's my assumption. Now, I'm going to make a case for why FlyQuest, Dig, or TSM. I'm going to try to make a case for all three of them individually of what they could do to break into that top four. And more than likely, the team you're aiming to dethrone from it is C9, right?
Yep.
Like, we'd agree that TL, probably 100 Thieves, and EG are the top three.
Yes.
I wouldn't be shocked if they went to Worlds. So if I had to try to make a case for FlyQuest, it would be that Philip turns out playing really well. We already know Tsuli,
Tukui.
Tukui is really good. I think he's very talented. Johnson and Aframu are still a very serviceable bot lane. They get the job done. They can carry games. They're really not bad. So that's what I could see. And Jose Dioto is easily a good enough jungler to get you there.
Yeah, he's serviceable.
Yeah, he's very serviceable. We just have to see what happens with Philip. And if Takuli can carry for a full year. That's who it really boils upon.
You're just not great with that name, are you? Tukui
Just
does not
Tukui?
roll off your. Tukui.
Well, I don't know how to
does not roll
say
off your
it,
tongue.
so I don't know how to say it at all. I mean, Tukui. I forgot how you told me to say it, so I just reset it.
It's French.
But
so, like, think like you're saying like ratatouille or anything like that.
Yeah. But that's their case. Is that basically Philip has to play a little bit above what we would expect a rookie to play. Jose Dioto has to step up in some ways. Tukui has to keep doing his thing. And if he maintains and gets better, that's great. They probably do make top four, at least get fifth.
Yep.
And Johnson and Aframu just keep doing what they do. Now, for Dig, they're the one of the three that I'm worried about the most. I think River is very talented. Oh, my camera froze. Am I still here?
Oh yeah, you're still there. I just have to.
Okay,
Sorry,
good
I
deal.
just have to pull. I'm changing the title of the YouTube stream.
Oh, you're fine. I still think Gamsu is, or not Gamsu. I don't still think. I do worry about what he brings to the table, cause he's fine, but we know his ceiling, and I don't really know what he's gonna add too much. He worries me in some ways. That's where you really gotta wonder. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
He's my biggest worry. River and Blue. Blue played way better than we thought. I don't know if he can keep it up for another year. River is very good, and Neo and Biofrost were playing great. So I could see Dig winning if they play through bot side. But the thing is, I think other bottom lanes are too talented for them to consistently do that. And really, it all boils down to if Gamsu can hold the weight. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Now, of the three, my bad, I think the thing that sells me on TSM, not just being a homer, that makes me think they could get fifth, possibly fight to fourth, is that they have an older roster. At least most of these guys have been to a finals or deep in playoffs.
Which is fair.
Yeah, if there is a way that they can all come together and figure it out, you would expect it to be from guys who have done it before. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's entirely
That's what
fair.
you would expect. Now, I'm not saying they're 100% going to make it. I don't know. But Maple in Champion Skills looked really good. He actually had a game where he destroyed Jojo Pune. So that impressed me. Now I haven't seen too many of his losses, but he is playing pretty good in Champions Queue. I don't know if you saw that tracker, so we could know his win rate.
I have not. I have not been honestly following Champions Queue. I've just been having.
Can you find win rates in it?
Let me check. Oracle Elixir, I think, has win rates on it.
Oh.
If I'm not mistaken, Champions Queue. Yeah. So current top 10 are Sohan or Sowan,
Okay.
Bougie, Solo, Kaori, Isles, Yeon, Jensen, Keen, who I think is Latam, Arrow, and ADD. What player am I looking for?
Okay. Where Maple is.
Let me organize it by team. That'll be easier going down
Can you
here.
send me this too?
Yep, gotcha.
I just want to be able to see it.
Maple is sitting at 38th right now, 38th place,
Okay.
with a 56% win rate.
Okay, so that's what I was thinking. He's been playing pretty well in his lanes, and I've been impressed. It looks like I went back and watched some of his LPL, and honestly, he didn't play that much, like compared to other guys. You know what I mean? He was the
Yeah,
backup. I don't think anybody knew that, but he's. We'll see how he does in LCS. He's played in these regions before and played very well and won. He's been playing like, a lot of Yone in Champions Queue and TF, so he's definitely giving those like Chinese vibes at least. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
He's keeping up
Taiwanese vibes. Yeah.
the reputation.
Yes. So there could be a world where he pops off, and we all know what Spica's ceiling is, and so is Huni to a certain extent. He plays up to his team.
Yep.
So their biggest fear for me is support with Mia, and if Tactical can hold up. And honestly, Tactical was one of the lone bright spots some games last year.
Yeah.
So
Despite all the issues, like he was actually playing decently well at times.
yeah. So we'll see what happens there. But that's basically the only case I can make for all of them is they all have question marks to me. You have TSM's bottom lane, and well, yeah, for TSM's bottom lane. For FlyQuest and Dig, it's top lane, and for all of them, I'd say they need their mid laner to step up.
The only team that I realistically think has a chance at getting there is Dig, to be completely honest with you.
Really, you like
Yeah.
Dig?
Just because I like Neo as an ADC.
Yeah,
Biofrost is iffy. Blue and River
I can see
worked
it.
decently. Like, River played phenomenally well
He did.
last split.
Did.
But more important than that, and a theme that I think is running across the LCS right now, is that poor management is hurting players and hurting
Yep.
teams as a whole. Immortals suffered horrible management, 10th place. TSM, horrible management, 9th place. CLG, a reputation for not having the best coaching staff, with younger players that you need to come around a little bit more. Like, contracts has clearly fallen off since where he was last year, which is indicative of like the coaching staff not being able to keep him up there, in my opinion.
Yep.
Not great. FlyQuest now losing their CEO and like the bedrock of the org is everything like as she's left. I guarantee, like, even though there's a guy coming in, like there's probably a lot of uncertainty to a certain extent. The only org that I haven't heard a peep out of to really kind of bring things home and at least be a little bit more stable is Dignitas. It's shitty logic to put them up there because of that, but I don't know what else to do or say.
Well, that's why one thing about TSM though. So I'm not blaming you for that because my one thing about TSM that I thought, oh, if there's something right that leads to them stepping up a level, is that they have a better time with this transition in their org, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, like, everybody else around them, with the exception of FlyQuest, is arguably stepping up their management as well. Immortals hopefully now have
Yeah,
solid
but
footing
I
for
just
man-
mean like they were in a bad trench with management. Like there's
I would
gonna
argue Immortals is worse. Immortals went through two
well
GMs
yeah
throughout the split. Like, there's no being
yeah.
worse than that.
But what I'm saying is that no, that's not what I'm saying though. I'm saying
Oh, sorry,
player
my bad.
talent wise. No, I'm saying player talent wise though versus management. Like
Oh,
if you
yeah.
look at Immortals roster, you don't think, oh, if they have good management, these guys could unlock. You know what I mean?
Now I
Like
kind
if
of
I look,
do.
Okay, you don't actually
you're
think that.
yeah, no, dead ass. Like dead ass. I do think that Kenvi, PoE, and Ignar
You
are a
just love
trio,
Kennedy.
obviously. But
You
what
picked
happened
Tig because of Gamsu.
fair, but what happened the last time the PoE and Ignar were together?
It's played well, yes.
How far did they go? Oh, 3-3 at Worlds.
Finals, yeah.
So
Yeah,
if
okay.
there's a duo that I think provides stability and intelligence on the Rift to be able to enable Kenby, it's gonna be them. Now, I still don't have them coming out any higher than 7th, but I'm saying if I'm gonna use like any like Hopium
Yeah.
logic, if anything, I'm huffing IMT's Hopium more than anything else.
Yeah, I guess, but I mean, do you think it really compares to a coach literally taking money from players and
Yes and
bringing in
no,
a guy who wasn't
because
supposed to be on the team?
he was Academy.
Their mid lane upgrade was massive.
I mean, I'm not. Again, the problem is we're trying to take two turds and polish them up to be something more than they are.
Exactly.
And I don't want to call IMT a turd all that much, but
My bad.
like I say this in in like relative terms of the LCS as a whole. In low budget LCS rigged, no, not rigged at all. People are just dumb and can't understand the consequences of their actions. That's all I'm gonna say. Beyond that, we have been advised not to talk about it, so we're not going to talk about it. But I want to get to your top 4, though. I know you clearly have C9 at 4, so I'm not going to waste your time, and I think I have C9 at 4 as well. What does your top 3 look like? By the way, the reason why he knows that is because I posted a TikTok story
My bad.
after we lost the series, talking about how
My bad. My bad.
no, Paul. For the record, doubt Paul didn't know that I posted something on TikTok about it. I posted like a 2-minute long story, just like kind of getting out some frustration after the series, of like even though we won, it felt like shit that we, or well, even though we won the series, it felt like shit the way we won it, and I vented some frustrations about that on TikTok, and a bunch of people saw. Obviously, it got like 2,000 views for a TikTok story, so a lot of people saw and a lot of people knew. And apparently, we're not the only team to have this issue in playoffs.
What issue?
Of teams playing with Smurfs or fill-ins like that, and like account sharing. It happened in economy playoffs as well.
Wow.
I mean, there's nothing you can do though. Like it's supposed to be like a friendly rec league. Like
no, yeah.
There's not like that's the thing that I hope people. I just want to say this publicly so it's out there. I hope people don't look at the low budget LCS and say, oh, this is a poor reflection on them. What the fuck are you supposed to do? It's a rec league. It's not like soccer, softball, or any of these things where like you see a dude hit a grand slam and like you very quickly can tell that he played D1 baseball and be like, dude, okay, no, like let's not do this. There's no in-person element. It's impossible to fully monitor. There's no way for any of us to check whether somebody has a Smurf account that's in Diamond or not. You have to just pick up on tendencies. The only reason we spotted it was because of fucking summoner switches, and that's it. Had that not happened, we would have never known.
Yeah. I agree, yeah.
But I don't know if you want to say anything on it, go ahead.
No, I don't. We know what I did. What did I do?
Paul's the genius that fucking spotted it for us.
No, but I squared up with him too after the game.
Yep.
The guy was DMing me and talking to me and saying GG and stuff. Him and I were chilling. Everyone, yeah. I don't think people realize, like, I didn't intentionally try to get them kicked out of the league or something.
No.
I didn't even report them like that. Some mod just got mad and
Paul and I
took them out.
People have to realize that Paul's a great shit talker. Like arguably one of the best shit talkers that I've ever met in my life. That like He's one of those guys that I feel like you're willing to get into the fight, so you're willing to say anything without fear of anything else.
Yeah.
Because as we mentioned before, like you're not afraid to have that fight,
Mhm.
so there's no limit with you. But with other
Yeah.
people, like they aren't able to let it go. They have that same fight, and then all of a sudden it's 10-year resentment and problems till the end of time. Whereas you like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I think they also like didn't expect that I don't need to use like I'm clever enough to not use personal insults.
I think that's the key of a good shit talker, though. Like if you can do it without getting personal, then you've done your
Yeah.
job effectively.
You literally I can just sit there and talk and let them unravel and I know when to keep my mouth shut.
Do you? Do you
Well,
know
I
when to
know
keep
when
your mouth
to
shut?
yeah, I know when to keep my mouth shut enough to not get banned.
Fair, fair. I will give you that.
Yeah. Except that one league, but we were already leaving it. That's why I got
Yeah,
banned.
that was a whole different story, and that was some bullshit.
Yeah, I knew I was getting, or we were getting kicked out, so I just figured why not.
Yeah.
But back to what was it?
Top four or top three? How you
Top
ranking?
four, three. Yeah, I still stick with what I think I liked. I was a big fan of what I say again? Shoot. Oh, top three.
Yeah,
I'm
top three.
sticking with what I said earlier. Yeah, 100 Thieves, TLEG, but the order I would go is EG until they get knocked off. It's not because like I think they're better than the other teams or anything. It's literally because they've earned this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're allowed to be called number one until someone knocks them off, and these are power rankings. I'm not saying these last till the end of time. We'll probably redo them when we see rosters.
Yes
But
and no. Like I see a lot of people today are doing like their regular season power rankings. I don't give a fuck about the regular season. Everybody's making it the playoffs anyways. Like none of these teams are missing it.
yeah,
I want to know who
yeah.
the top three are going to be at the end of the split. That's all that I care about. Regular season doesn't mean shit to any of these teams.
Well, if it's end of split, then
That's who I want your prediction. I want for the entire summer split, regular season and postseason. Who are the three teams going to Worlds in what order?
you ready for me to piss you off?
Go right ahead. I know you're gonna put Cloud9 up there above 100 Thieves. I'm ready for it.
Okay, maybe I won't piss you off. Maybe you're gonna really hate this. 100 Thieves TSMTL. I think that I think that Peter Dunn meant a lot more to EG than people think. Get mad at me all you want. I do think that the TSM roster is literally built to make worlds. Like they have those dudes. 100 Thieves is still super good, and we haven't seen tenacity yet. I think C9 is C9. They've just been this roster to me doesn't scream worlds. And I think that's going to shock a lot of people, but I don't think it just screams worlds.
Okay, get this. 1 hour ago,
What?
Immortals has a new head coach.
Okay, yeah, so they're still in the bad management gutter.
Fucking hell. He was the head coach for the academy team.
Now, my logic to this, though, is that TSM has to massively overperform, no?
I mean, yeah, TSM has to overperform insanely
Mm-hmm.
high. C9 has to drop the ball horribly.
Mm-hmm.
And Peter Dunn
Well, no, C9 doesn't
is
have to drop the ball.
I think they do. Because
This roster is not. This
nah.
roster. You look at this roster and think they win LCS?
Yeah, I think they can. I think Fudge is a top 3 top laner in the league. Like it might take a few weeks for him to get back there, but by the end of summer, he's a top 3 top laner in the league.
Maybe.
Blabber, as long as he doesn't have his summer fall off, is a top 3 jungler, arguably the best jungler in the league. Jensen, he was all at the time of him leaving was the best mid laner in the LCS before he got benched. Like, I get why TL chose Bjergsen for branding purposes, but Jensen was, at the time, a better mid laner.
The only tournaments Jensen has won is when he had literally the best bot lane in LCS. Like,
Which,
possibly the best bot lane ever.
and here's my thing that I'll say. Berserker Sven have the potential to be the best bot lane in the LCS. If Sven is as good as people are already saying that he is, give him 3 full round robins and several best of 5 playoff series. Yeah, I think he can be a better version of who he is and who he was already able to beat Core JJ in a best of 5. I think Blabber will shit on Santorin if they're both in form. I think Fudge holds his own with Blippo if they're both on form. Jensen versus Bjergsen, literally equal when they're both on form. We've seen this enough times to know. Berserker is a better ADC than Hansama is when he's on.
Maybe.
And if Sven adjusts,
Think about that one. Yeah, Sven adjusts.
that's my thing. But the problem is we're not going to see their full roster for half the split. So that's what throws it off. If C9 was here from the beginning, I would power rank C9 overall probably first.
Okay,
That's probably
Alex.
okay.
Alex said, yeah, then read what he said. Core J, the new storyline, Core JJ isn't good without DL. Whoever is saying that, remind them which one has a world's title.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do.
That's pretty much it.
Is remind them which one has a world's title.
Yep. And don't forget, Core JJ made Tactical look like the third or the second best ADC in the LCS. Nothing
I mean,
else to say there.
yeah. You don't have to say much. So I think though my power rankings now will get a lot of flame, and that's how it is though. And this is why I can eat that flame. It's like buying a good stock, right? When you buy it in the beginning, everyone calls you an idiot. But if the price goes up, they think you're a genius. If it never goes anywhere, they forget by the end of the year.
I mean, the problem is you're betting on them to finish top 3, so it's not a matter of if their stock goes up. It has to hit a certain floor. And if it doesn't hit that floor, regardless of what you're saying, it's a failure.
They had great synergy.
Oh, they definitely had great synergy.
But I'm saying
no denying that, but like
yeah.
I mean,
we
have a whole split of Double Lift playing with Core JJ and them two shitting the bed together.
True. But the thing is, you gotta think like one team usually surprises everyone, right?
Yep. I think it's gonna be Cloud9.
Yeah, well that wouldn't be a surprise.
Cloud9
they've gotten so much hype, bro. Oh, winning the split. Yeah, they're not winning the split though in my mind.
But that's what I'm saying. Like if you putting TSM in top 3 is like your over prediction, me saying that Cloud9's gonna win the split is my over prediction.
Yeah, I'll give you that as long as you like accept what I said.
Yeah, I accept what you said.
That's what I'm saying. It's just those are our those are our over predictions.
TSM rebounds. Huni goes back to decent form. Or you put in what's his name, Soul. Do anything top lane. Speaker returns to form. Maple comes into the LCS and is in decent form and is automatically a top 2 mid laner. And then Tactical and Mia just play well.
Which isn't hard, by the way.
No.
For Maple to be top. Well, we're talking top 3. So what I'm meaning is it's not hard for Maple to be top 3 here.
Oh, no. No, not at all.
Outside of Jojo Pune, who
nobody
still isn't impossible to dethrone.
Jojo Pune and Jensen are my only 2 that I feel comfortable saying are the top 2.
Yeah, and Jensen is still easily dethronable.
Yeah.
He's not an immortal. No one really in NA is an immortal.
Not
if we're being honest.
No, mid lane is a crapshoot.
Yeah.
Jungle
C9 EG and then TL or 100 Thieves. That's totally fair.
Yeah. I'm curious though
Yeah.
what Peter Dunn's impact is though. If he's going inactive, then who's?
Well, I also think it's just the MSI debuff.
Yeah,
I
but
think it
I
hurts
think
your confidence sometimes.
by the end of the split, I hope they'll be fine.
Usually, end of split is where you got to worry about them. It's not beginning.
Oh, I know. I hope they lose at the beginning. That'd be great. Like them losing at the beginning of the split would probably be the best thing for them. Just don't take the
No, because
losses personally.
that's what happens though. That's what I'm saying is, so you lose at the beginning, right, when you come back, because you haven't played in a while, because you finally got to take time off. Then you try to play catch up, and because you've been playing for so long all year at MSI, you can't put in that grind. Do you know what I mean? That's why MSI takes so many souls, I think. You can't put in the grind that needs to be put in towards the end of the year to make Worlds.
Yes and no, but this was brought up to me the other day. You know, no LCS team that's ever made MSI has missed Worlds.
Really?
Despite us talking about this debuff. Cloud9
Well, C9 would have.
but they never went to MSI.
I know.
So it's not, we can't include that. In terms of teams that have went to MSI, there's never been a team that's missed it. In the LPL they have, but the LPL is a much harder league. You're trying to think back and think of the LPL teams that have missed, haven't you?
No, the what?
No,
I wasn't. I was just reading something. Sorry.
Ah, you're good. The LCS, it's easier to requalify for Worlds because getting top 3 in LCS is nowhere near as difficult as getting top 4 in the LPL.
Okay.
So it makes sense as to why like RNG last year misses.
Yeah,
Worlds.
I could see EG getting back. Actually, I mean, I don't have them low on my list, to be honest. I don't.
Really?
No, I don't have EG low on my list just because I didn't have a top 3. I had them 4th and C9 5th.
I misheard you. My
oh, okay. Yeah, I still thought they'd be fine, but the only reason I have doubts on C9 right now is because C9, like, well, they kind of
roster.
They don't have the roster there.
Yeah, that's the biggest caveat for me.
Yeah, if they had the roster there, I wouldn't be so worried.
If they can get their full roster by week 4, I won't be concerned. Anything after that, I start panicking a little bit.
And C9 in summer is a different beast sometimes.
C9 in summer always finds a way to qualify for Worlds.
But I was also way ahead of the curve when everyone was still hyping up C9. I knew that the LS train would crash and burn.
Yeah.
Did we know it was gonna crash the way it did? No. But it totally crashed and burned.
Nor did we know that EG would take off in the way that they did.
No, we didn't.
Like, we were hyping them up at the beginning of the split, but...
Yeah. That's why all this is a guessing game.
And the meta makes it impossible to tell, too, because, like, this meta is gonna fucking suck for 100 Thieves.
And I throw out the guess that would make me smile the most, so I'm okay with that.
I mean, the guess that would make me smile the most is Golden Guardians runs into financial problems when the recession hits and Optic buys into the LCS.
Yeah, Optic's not buying into the LCS, bro. But okay.
TSM's not making Worlds. What's your point?
Except one of the teams is still actually able to do that.
Yeah,
how's it feel?
Money. Optic has money, and half these teams don't. What's your point?
They ain't buying back. No, I was saying make it to Worlds. Only one of us has a chance of doing that.
100 Thieves will be fine.
You just said Optic, bro.
Yeah, I said Optic getting back into the LCS. I'm not trying to fucking fight for them to get the Worlds. What the fuck?
Yeah, I was saying I at least know, like, I have Hopium I can swallow.
I have Hopium too. I can sit here and lay a clear financial path as to how it happens.
Yeah, but that's what makes me feel good. You guys are still trying to get in the league.
We're just two guys sitting here huffing Hopium for an hour straight. So I don't know why you're bagging on me for this.
I'm not bagging on you. You came at my team first.
I'm allowed to come at your team. Your team's the 9th best in the LCS, and you're out here acting like they're gonna make Worlds.
Why not?
I'm not doubting why
they have a good roster. This roster's a lot better than it was.
I know.
Whether you
I know Mr. Beast would get into the LCS before Optic does. I don't need that reminder either, but I think there's 2 teams that I could clearly replace so that both of them get in. Therefore, my dream scenario is still possible. I'm just saying.
It is.
And if Hex needs a guy that can relate to fans and possibly try and grow Optic's League of Legends fan base, I happen to know a guy who has a younger demographic audience on TikTok that might be able to help him out. Don't shake your fucking head at me, Paul. I don't want to hear it.
Well,
You're outnumbered. We have Greenwall in chat and in person. You're fucked.
I want to play ARAM.
I need to record TikTok stuff because I'm going to be back in PA. So.
Well, yeah, but I don't have to play ARAM with you. Ian is inviting me.
Fine, I'll join you and play 1 game of ARAM, and then we'll go from there.
Nice.
Anything else you want to say before we end the stream for tonight?
I still love you, Svika, because this is our last ride, so I'm gonna try to enjoy it.
Yeah. I don't got anything else to say other than I'm really looking forward to the split. To those that live in the New York City metro area watching this on VOD, there will be a watch party at McCarthy's Pub in Midtown, New York City on Saturday, 4:30 p.m. Be there. I won't be this time, but please be there. I'm telling you, watching League of Legends at a bar is fucking phenomenal. Literally phenomenal.
TSM.
There actually are TSM chants that happen in the bar, and it's phenomenal. Even I join in on the TSM chants.
Who would?
Exactly. Well, there are a few Cloud9 fans that don't, but that's beside the point.
I respect them. We're the actual real rivalry of LCS.
You really are.
Just nobody knows.
But, alright.
It's the only reason I rate them low. It's all love.
Alright,
bye,
everybody.
everyone.
Have a great one. We'll see you next week. Adios.
Love you, Svika. Alright, ready?